Hello everyone, Madayaw and Shalom. Today's lesson is simple. It's all gonna be tools that can help you as a writer, whether professional or young and budding writer. Alright, so I'm gonna be talking about general tools and yes, AI tools. So let's start with general tools. Most of you will be using Microsoft Word. That's what I'm using too. But what about for people who don't have Microsoft Word? Because I was able to buy the very old Microsoft Word. I bought it pre-pandemic and it cost me 8,000 pesos. You cannot buy that again today because they don't sell it. You are now required to buy the subscription. And the subscription is monthly and it has to be a whole year. I know, right? Anyways, all right. So, what else can you use instead of Microsoft Word? So there's LibreOffice. It's a simpler version of Microsoft Word. LibreOffice is free. It's best for the writers who don't want internet access. All your writing stays in your hard drive, so you need a computer to use it. Next would be Google Docs. Google Docs is also free, docs.google.com. It's free and it's best for those who want to collaborate or if you want to work on the run. Your file is in the clouds, all right? So you're going to have to access it with a Google account. The Google account is also free. However, you have to be very careful who you share the link to because those who share the link will have access to that paper or story that you're writing. All right. Next is Y Writer, like letter Y Writer. It's also free. You can download it. You can create separate folders for your individual project. It's easier to organize. Very simple to use if you want that. Of course, you're going to have to learn how to use it again. Microsoft Word, LibreOffice, and Google Docs all have the semi-same interface. So, yeah. All right. But if you really are hardcore Microsoft fan, don't worry. If you use it online, so Microsoft Online is free. There's Word there, but you have to use it with the internet. And yes, you can share the links cuz it's the age of clouds. So why are we writing? What am I doing? Why am I teaching you guys this? And why do you need to write? Why should you be writers? Well, writing develops self-expression. And when you're a writer, you're actually good in problem solving. Imagine this. You have to solve the problems of both protagonists and antagonists to really create that good story. You have to develop the characters, even as simple as the characters are. You need to resolve their conflict, otherwise, your readers are like, this is so unresolved. So it really trains your brain to organize your idea cohesively. So these skills are applicable if you write essays, reports, and of course, everyday decision making. Remember, what is this? You're deciding for two separate sides at the same time. Not that I'm telling you to have like split personality here, but when you're writing, you really put yourself in the character's shoes. What would he do? What would she do? What would they do? This happened. How would I react? Alrighty, so now let's talk about AI tools. Because let's face it, we have challenges, okay? We have challenges as writers. People are not as engaged anymore. There are so many diverse needs. I only read this, she only reads that. Where do we publish stories? Where do people even read stories? I want a more Asian flavor. I want a more Filipino flavor. Things like that. There are a lot of challenges we face. Not that AI can solve everything, but let's face it, they do help. But you also have to remember that they are tools. AI tools, what do you need to know about them? All right, so AI is not foolproof, okay? It's not a magic button snap, there it is. There is my story. No. Okay, here. You have to watch out for AI psychophancy and AI psychosis. What is AI psychophancy? AI psychophancy or psychophancy, however you pronounce that, is when the AI gives you things no matter what. Like they will give you whatever you want. They will they'll just give it, even if it's fake. Okay? Because the thing is, they're a yes man. What about AI psychosis? What is AI psychosis? And if you're generating images, it's called hallucination. What is that? All right, so AI psychosis is when the AI tend to. All right, so AI psychosis, how do I put this? They tend to mimic the bad parts of you and even affirm things that aren't true, to the point where if you have the psychosis, it shares your psychosis. And if you don't, it makes it up. It drives you crazy if you are not a strong person. That is sad. I know. That's why it's a psychosis. You feed in each other's wrongness. Because with the two of them, the AI psychophancy and AI psychosis, it's actually a terrible, terrible, terrible mix. You need to differentiate that AI is just a tool that you can use anytime you want it to. Don't be its be its master, don't be mastered. Because when that happens, you become the product. And believe me, the AI companies, that's their goal. Sad as it might, but that's how they make money. So, what can we use AI for if it's not a foolproof thing? All right, so you can use AI as a writer. You can use AI to create picture pegs. So, picture pegs would be great to excite your imagination, give you a fuller picture, especially if you can't find it online. You can generate ones to like help you make, oh, I want this character to look like this. I actually do that a lot because I make a lot of what's this uh journal scrapbook for my characters because I want to remember what they look like, and I want to describe them properly, so the landscape of the stories and things like that. So Midjourney is not free. However, there are free ones like Night Cafe AI, Leonardo AI, even Tiny Wow, and other things like that. They are free. All right. So you can use LLMs. LLMs are large language model. Those are Google's Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT. You can ask it things like, imagine if we live in a world like, like ask it like a person, but don't be its friend. Okay? So the LLMs will give you things, but please do your own research because, as I said, it tends to hallucinate. Hallucinate means it makes things up. Why? Because of psychophancy. It will give you something no matter what, wrong or right. It wants to give you something. All right, so you can also use the LLMs to organize. Let's say your outline feels messy. You can put the whole thing in ChatGPT or Gemini and ask it to organize it like, I'm giving this story to grade threes and grade fours. Does this outline make sense? And then don't forget to put as much detail as you can because data in, data out. So, can it do your outline? Technically, it can, but then you need to be unique. So, you'll have to give AI your whole idea so it can give a more unique, rounded feel. However, be warned, there is a fine print. AI will also use your data, your inputs, your outline for training. That's in the fine print. It still can't write it to make a foolproof story, but you can use it for little tiny scenes. Okay? So make tiny scenes, don't make the whole thing, and please, 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 please do not make a fan fiction of something. I know some people do that, they just get Demon Hunter or something and then just modify it. That's a nice way to do it, but how are you going to like make it yours, make it truly unique? All right, now that I've scared you away from AI, then what? You don't have to use AI, but also understand that AI is already in everything that we have: internet tools, social media, Grammarly, Quillbot, things like that. So you just have to really watch yourself when you're using all these. And please take note, they are tools. Don't be the tool. Use the tool. Do not be used by it. Alrighty?